The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet.
Good evening and welcome to BronxTalk, the Bronx's flagship television talk show. Because of the Memorial Day holiday, we're on tape tonight, so we won't be taking your phone calls. But you can email comments to us at bronxtalk@hotmail.com, and we'll read those on the air during a future program. Well, we've got a fun show on tap for you tonight. As you know, the Bronx is not only a great borough and the only borough on the mainland, but also it's becoming its own brand name. Tonight, we take a look at some forward-thinking Bronx people who are capitalizing on the cachet, yes, I said the cachet of the Bronx name to make Bronx beer, Bronx soda, and all kinds of Bronx promotional items. We're going to meet them and see what they've got. We're going to start right over here. We've got everything set up here in the room. I don't know if we can get a wide shot of everything going on, but we're going to start right here with Nikki Darragona. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. And also Ralph Rubino. Good evening, Ralph. These guys are the Bronx Pops, and they make Bronx Pop. Nikki, why don't you start and tell me the idea for Bronx Pop and how did it happen and how did we get to the point where we have all these flavors?
Well, we were hanging out on the corner. We were stooping.
You were stooping, you said?
Yes. You know,
Okay.
it's a Bronx thing. And we were talking about, you know, when we were kids and the old-time fountain soda places and the candy stores, they used to make the fountain right on top. And we said,
Right.
wouldn't it be nice if, you know, the Bronx came out with its own style of fountain soda?
Mm-hmm. One thing led to another.
Yeah,
and
one
here
thing
you
led
are.
to another. And
What characterizes Bronx soda? I mean, is there anything
Well,
other
that's
than
just
the
like
name?
the old-fashioned flavors we went for, and you know, when I was a kid, we used to go up to Fordham Road to the ice cream parlor up there, and
A Jan's, of course, or
right,
Crumbs.
exactly right.
Okay.
Either get us an ice cream soda or something with old-fashioned flavors like these, you know.
Okay. Had you ever made soda before?
No.
You were not in the soda business or
no,
anything
not
like
at
that?
all.
So, how did you come up with, like, now, so what's in it? What is in, is there anything distinctive in
Oh,
there?
yeah. It's a premium soda.
A premium soda, which means?
It's made with pure cane sugar.
Okay,
There's no corn syrup. in
Spring
it.
water.
Spring water.
okay.
It's low in sodium. There's no caffeine. It's about 160 calories a bottle.
And how did you work on, now, where is it bottled? Is it, I hate to ask, is it bottled here? Or is that something
Right
we
now
in
it's
the Bronx-
bottled upstate, but we've had plans on opening a bottling company down here. You know.
So the idea would be and I'm assuming all the people are going to want to do whatever they can to
Right.
use it to build Bronx business.
That's
what,
right.
What
That's
would
exactly
it take?
right.
What would it take then to get it to be bottled and distributed here?
Well, we need the warehouse space. We need all the bottling
Right.
Equipment.
Equipment.
So you'd have to locate the.
We'd have to raise capital. you know.
So did you do taste tests?
Yes, we did.
And do you have a favorite? Well, you know, people might have seen that I do have an opening here, so we're gonna try it.
Right now, Lemon Lime Ricky.
You like
is-
the
No,
Yeah,
the
that's one of our
people
best
prefer
sellers.
the Lemon Lime Ricky.
Ricky,
Lemon
the
Lime
orange
Ricky?
cream.
All right, we're gonna start with that.
Try them all.
They wanted me to twist off, but I would not chance it on camera.
We had a taste test, and the outcome was Bronx Pop is the best soda they ever tasted.
I have no doubt. Of course, I can't open it. Hold on.
See, you would have twisted it with a Bronx attitude. You would
I
have
would
been
have
fine.
been fine. All right, here we go. This is Lemon Lime Ricky. Here we go. We're gonna try a couple of these. Salud.
Salud.
They want a close up of Gary. There we go. Gary's actually trying it. This is actually very good.
Thank you.
Now, where do you get Bronx soda?
You can go on our website. We're in about 120 stores.
All right,
right now.
we're open. I'm not a big grape guy. Sorry, I'm allowed to.
Try the root beer. We got the best root beer out.
Your best root beer out? All right,
The
here we go.
best.
Now, there's Bronx Pop. Go ahead.
We had a root beer aficionado, so he claimed to be anyway.
Right.
He said, Ralphie, that's the best root beer
Best
I ever
root beer?
drank. Yeah, you just drink it and see what you think.
All right, I don't want to mix them, so we've got
Right,
extra
that's right.
cups.
You don't want to compromise the
All right.
integrity of the soda.
And so now, hey, Bronx Pop has great integrity. Before I said salute, so now l'chaim. That's a Bronx attitude.
That works
for you.
Yeah, we're gonna work on making it kosher at some point, though.
That's exactly
Actually,
right.
it's very good root beer.
Thank you very much.
It's very smooth.
Yes.
Right? It does,
It's drinkable.
It's drinkable. It doesn't have that aftertaste to
Right.
it. It's very good. All right. So, now where is it distributed?
It's all over the Belmont section of the Bronx.
Okay.
You can get a Joe's Deli,
Arthur
Bonus
Avenue.
Pizza. You can get it.
We got a
on-
list
go
on
into
our
the-
website.
There's a
as well.
web. There's a web.
Yeah,
on
we
the
did.
website.
We did show
Yeah.
the website.
Right.
So you can go into the market, the Belmont Market, and get it.
No, we're not in the market.
Not in the
Well,
market.
come
yet.
on.
Joe's Deli,
let's
we're in
go
Havana's Pizzeria, Joe's Deli, pretty much everywhere.
And
around
I'm
there
assuming
doing-
that why wouldn't any Bronx retail, right?
Oh, we're getting
gonna
out
move
there.
it in.
We're
We're
getting
having
out
a tough time getting sales out.
Yeah, we're having a very hard time with.
You know,
the
as
sales
bad
force.
as the economy is, everybody's looking for work, but nobody
Nobody
wants
wants
to
to
work.
work.
Wait, you're saying that you're looking for salespeople?
Salespeople,
absolutely.
we're looking for independent distributors.
Oh, so then we definitely have to
All
put
you got to
up
do is go on
the
our website, and our numbers are there, and they give us a
Well,
call.
let's put the website up there, there's the website, which is BronxPop.com.
That's
Right.
correct.
BronxPop.com, and actually, it's really good soda. I'm gonna have some more.
Thank you.
You don't mind if I tell you, my Bronx beer friend? I'm gonna have to cleanse my palate before I get to the beer guy. Very,
Yeah,
very
so
good.
anybody interested in being a distributor, if they want the product in their store, they go on the website and call us.
Okay.
And me and Nikki answer the phone ourselves.
Nikki,
Absolutely.
thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Nice to
And
meet you.
Ralph, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right, so we've done the soda. Jane, are we ready for the beer? I don't want to. Jane says she's always ready for beer. All right, let's go. Here we go. Damien Brown, how are you?
I'm doing just fine.
Make
Good
sure we
evening.
get that mic up to you.
Good evening.
Now, Damien is with the Bronx Brewery.
That's correct.
And tell me about the origin of the Bronx Brewery.
So we're actually in the process of raising money at this point. So there is actually no brewery right now.
Not yet.
But that's in the plans. And yeah,
Well,
looking to establish
what
it.
the ideas are, this has been circulated in the media.
Sure.
That these names, can we get a tight shot? This is, now do I say it like Riverdale,
Yes.
or just Riverdale?
You can say it however you want to.
Oh, okay, so this is Riverdale, and just as long as you say it, right?
Exactly.
And there were other names I heard. What are the other
So
names you heard?
we've got another one here, Hip Hop Stout. We've got
Hip Hop Stout, of course.
Right,
created in the Bronx.
birthplace of hip hops.
Okay.
We've got a Hefeweizen called Mother Heffen Bronx.
Yeah, just move that up to you. Go ahead.
And-
Say it again. What was
Yep,
the other one?
it's a Hefeweizen named Mother Heffen Bronx.
The Mother Heffen Bronx is what
right.
we're talking about. Yeah, we want to make sure that they can see it nice and close.
Okay.
So there's your Hip Hop Stout. There's your Riverdale.
Right.
And I heard there was a Pelham Pilsner. Are we
Yep,
going there?
Yep, we've got that lined up, and yep.
Do you arrange the taste according to some perception of what the neighborhood might be? Or I don't know how one would do
No,
that.
I think we've just tried to identify some flagships and identify names that pertain to neighborhoods in the Bronx. But
So now these that we have here, these are kind of test runs?
right, so we've brewed small pilot batches of the beer to generate interest in what we're doing,
Right, to get yourself on television.
get us on TV, to give people something to taste, and the idea being if we can generate,
Keep it right up to you.
generate.
Hold it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, that's absolutely it. We're brewing small scale batches at this point.
Okay. And so it's not on sale anywhere.
No, yeah, we don't exist formally as a brewery.
Okay.
We're in
but
planning
we're going to
stages.
exist right here on our show. Hold this, and this is going to be my first chance to.
So let's do a tasting of the hip hop. Let's do.
Should I do
yeah,
one
let's
first?
do this. Let's do the hip hop stout.
Hip Hop Stout
Yeah.
first. All right, we go the Hip Hop Stout first.
Give it
This
a minute.
undoubtedly is not according to the rules of the station, but my producer's yelling, "Not too much, Gary, not too much."
So yeah,
That's right. That's true. We have I never drink before a show, but
It's a
Okay, here we
dry
go.
Irish style stout.
there we go. L'chaim. Wow, that is a strong beer. This is Hip Hop Stout.
Correct.
Stout is the word, and it's actually delicious. How'd you come up with the taste?
Just playing around with different malt varieties. And
This is a very good beer.
Yep. So it's completely.
I'm going to keep going. We have a show to do later. It's going to really be fun.
Yes, it's completely fresh. It's not filtered. It's not pasteurized. But just did some playing around with different malt varieties.
And had you had any experience in being a brewer?
I brewed professionally down in Virginia for about a year, and I just finished recently a program out at UC Davis in California, Master of Brewers program.
And why the Bronx? What? I mean, those guys were sitting on a stoop. What else are you going to come up with? But for you, what was the idea?
I've got 2 partners in the business, both born and raised in the Bronx, and the idea we have essentially is that a brewery can help establish the identity of a neighborhood, of a borough.
Now, are these the guys who run the Bronx Ale House?
No, these are not. But we had a tasting at the Bronx Ale House about 2 months
frankly,
ago.
that's how I got familiar, other than what I had read in the media. Are you going to hold that while I do another one?
Sure.
While I do another one? This show has totally degenerated. Totally degenerated. See, I have half a glass of beer and I can't even talk. Who are the partners?
Steve O'Sullivan and Niall Henry.
Okay.
Are their names.
All right. Now, this one, which I'm opening here, this is Rivered Ale.
Correct. And it's an American-style pale ale.
Okay. It's not in a clear glass, but it's a little lighter than that beer. That's also, it's totally different, but it's very, very good. This will give that Samuel Adams a run for his money, I'll tell you that, right? This is real good beer. So what are the plans and what's it ultimately going to take so that all of our friends and neighbors in the Bronx can enjoy what I'm enjoying right now?
Yeah, like I said, we're...
excuse me, I'm just... Well, go ahead.
Yeah, we're in the process of raising money.
Now.
And we've identified a few neighborhoods and locations in the Bronx that would work. It's going to be an entirely production facility.
Right.
And we've got a business plan that we're ready to execute on. And
can you give me the timing on how that's going to work?
Yep, about 6 months after we've raised the money, we'll be ready to start brewing beer.
Now, when you say raise the money, we're looking for backers. Is that what we're talking about?
We're looking for investors interested in owning a piece of a brewery.
A Bronx Brewery. As I said, it's got a little cachet. This is a borough that's, years on the rebound, but it really, all of a sudden, there's something behind it.
Yeah, and there's actually, a very strong tradition of brewing in the Bronx. Throughout the years, there have been
such
number
as
of breweries here. Eblings is one. A few over the last 200 and so years. There's been half a dozen of relatively large breweries.
Also, you'll need investors. You're going to ultimately, then you would hire Bronx people. Obviously, we talked about jobs with our soda friends, et cetera.
So looking at warehouse space, looking at purchasing the equipment.
Now, is there a website or contact? How do we get in touch?
We do have a website. It's
there you go. There's your
BronxBrewery.com.
Okay.
And all of our contact details are there.
So anybody who might want to work, certainly investors, we want to push that as much as we can.
Absolutely.
Great. Damien, this is great.
Thank you.
I kind of want one for the road. We'll do one of this.
Mix some black and tan.
Not this. This is really strong. Okay, and they have a contact page they're going to put up there as well.
Excellent.
I'm going to take this along while I visit my next friends over there.
Thank
All right. Good luck, Damien,
Thank you.
and
Appreciate
good luck with Bronx Beer. All right, now I'm here, and I am going to put my beer back where it belongs. If you don't mind.
I would have held that for you.
These guys,
Perfect for
after
me.
the show, the show, Anthony Ramirez and John Martin from Mainland Media will get a chance to. We'll all chow down on Bronx Beer and Soda Pop. Anyway, Mainland Media. Anthony, what is Mainland Media?
Mainland Media. It's a Bronx-based souvenir company. We create and sell Bronx souvenirs. That's how we originally started. Novelty souvenir sales.
What, John? What was the idea behind? Step in over
Sure.
here. What was the idea behind doing it? He laid it out there that we distribute Bronx, materials. But what is the idea?
Anthony and I were working at the same nonprofit in the Bronx, Sobro,
Okay.
and we were sitting in one of our offices one day,
on the veritable stoop, like our pop friends.
inside the building. Yeah, this is where it all germinated. But we were looking at our bare walls, saying, "Wouldn't it be great if we had some great Bronx images to put up there?" Specifically, we're looking for an aerial photograph of the Bronx. So we did some research, and we came up with nothing. We found out you basically cannot buy an aerial photograph of the Bronx.
Okay, so that's cue the guy with the postcards here, huh?
Well, so what we did was
actually,
we took the initiative. We hired a aerial photographer. We hired a helicopter, and we went up. Yep, these are some of the
These
images.
are just incredible. Now, I don't know where
that
the
we took.
best way to get them on our camera here.
Sure.
You want me just to leave them, or you guys want me to hold them up? But these are incredible. These are postcards. Hold them up, they're telling me. All right, we will do that. So here's a shot of City Island
Sure.
from above.
Just areas, the hub we have here, the Harlem River, Bronx County Courthouse.
And these are in postcard form.
These are in postcard form. Now we also have our aerial photograph, which is a
Right.
great big seller, which is
Okay.
down here.
Oh, it's
I
down
don't
in
know if we
front of
can-
the table.
Over
Okay.
there, yeah. I don't know if we can get a shot of that,
Okay.
but
This big, huge, gorgeous poster over here.
Okay.
Just
so you
basically
can
the
get
entire borough.
you can get a poster.
you now can get a poster of the entire Bronx, an aerial
Can we
photograph
get a
of the
shot
Bronx.
of that down below while we're talking about that? So that was the launching of this. Is that you said, wow,
Yep.
an aerial photograph. You could see the majestic, beautiful
Yeah,
Bronx
exactly.
from above. Okay.
Absolutely.
And then it grew, right?
It grew.
It
yeah.
grew into all kinds of different things. So
That's right.
what are we going to hold up here? What are these things?
All right. Those are bumper stickers.
These are
you know?
well. Now this is a Bronx bumper sticker. like
We
you
just
said.
this is one of our newest products, and not even on our website yet. So this is a window. You know, if you're a window of your car.
right. Oh, for the
The decal, window,
Window
That's
decal.
really cool.
We just got these in a couple days ago, so they'll be up on our website.
That
in a few
that
days.
is, yeah, that is really cool. We'll put that website on the screen. So you have the postcards, the poster. That now what is this?
So this image was created by, we hired a Bronx artist, Joel
Right.
Guerrero, to make this image. It's just a classic postcard look. But we also sell this image now as a magnet. We have a magnet form. These are big
So
sellers.
you could get like
on your
a
refrigerator. And also, we also sell that image as a poster as well.
okay.
Yep.
That's the one below it. Okay.
Yep.
Now I was using my Bronx Talk cup while I was drinking Bronx beer, but this is actually a really kind of fun item because this is a Bronx mug. But what's distinguished?
Basically lists all of the Bronx neighborhoods. Where are you from in the Bronx?
I'm from Van Cortlandt Park.
From Van Cortlandt Park. Van Cortlandt Park is right. Van Cortlandt Village.
You know, I
Right
think
there.
that means I ought to have a Riverdale.
Oh, there you go. And we have that on a mug and on
All
a
right.
soup mug as well.
Here we go. We have Bedford Park, Co-op City, East Tremont, Cambridge,
Everything's
Norwood,
there.
Pelham Bay,
If you're
South
from the Bronx, your neighborhood's
Locust
here.
Point. There's a
Guaranteed,
picture of it
yeah.
on the screen. And then for the bigger coffee drinkers,
Yep.
We have
Or cereal.
Before we move on and talk about some of the posters, tell me about selling some of these. I mean, who do you sell them to? I know
We sell
you have
these-
a really cool. You're on Facebook all the time. I see you there.
We have a big Facebook following, facebook.com/FromTheBronx. We
Right.
sell these on our online store, BronxVibe.com, and we sell them all over the world, really. Not just the Bronx, but people order stuff from all over the United States. And
Why? Why do the people like? What? You know, I'd love to define what it is about the Bronx that communicates somewhere else.
The
Do you have a
Bronx-
sense of that?
I think everybody knows the name of the Bronx. I mean, they associate it with New York. Just everybody knows that it's a part of New York that has, a long history to it. So people from Japan, as if they're saying around the world, Japan, Germany, people from around the world, we find are buying our stuff. So they find out that there's some great Bronx T-shirts,
Well, we
a
didn't get
mug.
to the T-shirts yet, although he is wearing one.
Well, yeah. But that's it. Everybody around the world knows about the Bronx. So
Do you work with a designer, or do you guys do it yourselves, or how does that work?
we have a designer on our team, Felicia Reyes, because she couldn't be here today, but
Okay.
she's part of Mainland Media, and we work exclusively with her.
Okay, there you can see that's a different T-shirt than the one
that's right.
we
Yeah.
have. It's
right.
kind of a harkens.
right
These
to-
are all our designs, though.
right.
So
That is
These are all-
that
yep.
is this one. When you try to like settle on a design like the one that you're wearing, or some of the other ones, that one which is I love this. This is so Bronx to me.
We have that on the T-shirt too. Look.
in a T-shirt form right there. What is it that you like? What from a personality perspective do you look for?
we just look for something, something positive about the Bronx, something that people can relate to, something that represents a lot of different portions of the Bronx, different parts of Bronx history. And we sit around, we have a good time just brainstorming what we think people would relate to. People would would like to see.
I can't get off this one, folks. I just
Gary,
love
we're
this.
giving you one of those.
Yeah, there you go. You got that
Your
one.
car too nice.
You know,
That's
see,
going in your car.
this is Bronx ingenuity because I'm practically begging.
Yeah, that's true. You got it. You got it.
All right, get off the bumper sticker. You can have one. All right, so now let's talk about these. Now, we have hosted Danny Halbin on our show, of course, for a long time. You want to start with this one?
Sure.
This is just so gorgeous. People will recognize the spot right away. Well, why don't you, John, start off
Sure.
and
This
tell
is
me about
intersection of Fordham Road and the Concourse. As you mentioned, is by Daniel Halbin. He's been painting Bronx street scenes for decades, and he really is just a great asset to our borough. We're proud to have him on board. And so, Danny
originally painted this for the 100th anniversary of the Grand Concourse.
I have
right,
to
yeah.
tell you, we had the original on the show. When,
Did you?
Absolutely.
Well, the original is also impressive. I mean,
Yeah.
it's bigger than this. So.
To say the least.
So that's it. Danny reached out to us actually, and he said, "Hey, let's work together. I have some great things I think would sell well." So we went ahead and we reproduced them. And
Now, this is really so unique. Obviously, if it was framed, you could frame it, you could do anything you want
Absolutely.
with it. But because of its size, it's so unique. I mean, it really, Bronx people certainly would appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Let me do another one right here. This one is just north of where that area is. Folks will recognize this over, I guess, by
Sure,
Marble
the
Hill
Harlem
and
River
Spike and
Bend, that's right.
Diagonal. Right?
Yep.
Look at that. This is just gorgeous. And you know what I always love about Danny's material on our show, as you can see there, it reproduces so beautifully.
yeah, absolutely.
And then this, people will recognize, especially because it essentially is no longer there. We get a tight shot of that. And this, I think, probably will be as good a nostalgia piece as any for. So what's the biggest challenge to marketing? Is this a difficult? The other folks expressed that they're looking for investors. Is this a difficult climate?
I'd say it's definitely a difficult climate. The economy's pretty bad, but we are selling. We do most of our sales online, and we're in select few retail stores in the Bronx. I guess the hardest part is getting into more retail shops.
And the selling point is certainly in the Bronx. How could it miss? Who wouldn't want? Right.
It's just a matter of, honestly, it's a matter of getting our stuff in front of people. Like whenever we do shows or we're outside selling them, once people see the stuff, it sells like that. But it's just a matter of getting the stuff in front of people so they can see it.
Now, I understand that you guys have everybody's got their own little story, but you guys have been friends for a long time. It's not only that you
That's right,
worked
yeah.
at
That's
Sobro.
true. That's true.
So who's going to tell me the story?
We actually went to high school together.
And was it here in the Bronx?
It was
in the
it was,
BX?
Yes, it was. And we went to Horseman in the
Okay.
Bronx. And
So then you should definitely have a Riverdale.
we will. I've had Riverdale before actually.
We've had this.
And
Definitely.
yes, we met in high school. We both went our separate ways for college. And when I was working at Sobro, John also started working at Sobro, and that's how we started hanging out again.
Right. Did you guys still work at Sobro, or then once you launched this, you decided not to?
Yeah, no. Once we launched this is what we're doing.
And on Facebook, who's the one that writes all that stuff at Facebook?
We take turns, but we
Take
write.
turns.
Yes.
A lot. So you can go on Facebook
It's an
and that's how
extremely
we met.
active Facebook community. It's from the Bronx.
You
Is our
have
name.
thousands of
36,000 people.
36,000 as
Every
of
day
this
we
past
post
week, yep.
Bronx news, and occasionally we plug our stuff, but mostly every morning we plug something positive that's happening in the borough.
Well, let me move back to the middle. Let's bring everybody back in here. Biggest challenge?
Getting sales help.
Sales
getting
help.
the product out.
Sales
in the
help,
market.
getting the product out.
Yep.
For you, it's finding the investors. For you,
Finding retail locations that want to take a
Retail
chance with our
locations.
great Bronx products.
right? He's the only one without a mic. We want to make sure that you have a mic. And in terms of the borough of the Bronx, is it a hard sell when you say, well, I have Bronx Pop or Bronx Beer? Hold that up to you.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, one of the things that we want to do is obviously to help build a greater beer culture, and I think having
A greater beer culture. Maybe I better talk to the soda guys about that. But what about the name?
You know what? We actually do better outside of the Bronx than
Really?
the Bronx.
Which is
Yeah, we
interesting.
It's nostalgia,
It's
people
nostalgic.
People that moved out of the Bronx, they miss the Bronx, and they want something
Very, very
something in the
interesting.
Bronx.
And what
Part
about
of
for you
Bronx.
guys? Biggest selling point from marketing the Bronx and
I agree with Ralphie. We sell a lot more stuff out of the Bronx because people they miss their home, they miss their neighborhood, and they want something to remember it by.
Okay, so let's go down the line. BronxPop.com.
Right.
And you can now get it in essence in Belmont and Arthur Avenue.
Right.
Hope is that more stores will
Yeah,
carry
on the
it.
We got
website there's a
of
list.
stores.
On the
Okay,
website.
But we want to see you in more stores.
Yeah,
And we have a
also
Facebook, too.
You're looking, and you're on Facebook as
Yes,
well.
we are.
And you're also looking for personnel.
Yeah, sales
For you, it's
distributors.
investors, and ultimately so that you can locate it in the Bronx.
Absolutely.
Great. And for you guys, it's
We won't say no to investors. I'll just
Yeah, if you want to give us money. For us, it's BronxVibe.com. That's our store. But Bronx Vibe.
Bronx
That's our
Vibe.com.
online store.
Okay.
But also, like we said, just if you have a store and you want to sell our stuff, let us know. We'd be
Great.
glad to.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. There's the website. We sincerely appreciate you joining us.
Thanks.
And good
Thank
luck.
you.
As we
Thanks for
go
having
on,
us
we're going to have a party. We're going to have Bronx beer. We'll have
That's
Bronx
right.
soda. We got to bring some Bronx bakers in. But anyway, we really do appreciate you coming down and supporting our borough in really what I think is a very unique way.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
The Bronx. If you have further comments or questions on anything you heard on tonight's show or anything going on in the Bronx, then email them to us at bronxtalk@hotmail.com. We'll read those on the air during a future program, or, of course, spread it around to the folks that need to respond. Archives of Bronx Talk are available at blip.tv. Just search for Bronx Talk. So we'll see you next week. And, of course, we're here every Monday night at 9 for Bronx Talk here on BronxNet's Cablevision Channel 67 and Verizon Fios Channel 33. Of course, thanks to producer Jane Folloro for helping making it all happen.